Chapter 249. The Strongest Combination. The other 5 peerless above the roof could no longer remain calm and composed, their eyes filled with gravity. Chang Kongji put away his despair at this time, as he yelled at the peerless powerhouse who had been blown away. Don't fight him hard, his power is very strong. Obviously, he already had a deep understanding of Little Gold's power. Shit. Why didn't you say that earlier? That injured invincible powerhouse couldn't help but curse in his heart. Then he put away his laziness and stared at the golden-colored giant ape not far away with grave eyes. Little Gold still came on strong, his eyes blazing as he coldly said, "No one can save him today." After saying that, he still killed towards the Chang Kongji. "I admit that you are indeed powerful, but you can't kill Chang Kongji." That invincible powerhouse rushed once again and fought with Xiaojin. This time he learnt his lesson. He was not fighting Xiaojin hard, and wrapped up Xiaojin in a stalking style. Despite falling behind, he was dragging Xiaojin down. "Then I'll kill you before I kill him." Xiaojin let out a long whistle. His golden-colored fists erupted with boundless might. The terrifying fighting victory fist enveloped the entire space, straight away blasting that invincible powerhouse back step by step. At this moment, Xiaojin was getting stronger and stronger, and the power of the second style of the fighting fist of victory was getting stronger and stronger. This was because he had already gradually become skilled in this style, and could thoroughly utilize the power of this style. The crowd watching the battle was in an uproar. Everyone was stunned. Little Jin was simply too strong, simply invincible. What a terrifying opponent. His natural bloodline is extremely powerful. The other 5 invincible powerhouses above the roof watched the battle below with gravity. Little Jin was so powerful that the invincible powerhouse who had stepped in to rescue the Chang Kongji gradually became unsupportable and fell into a disadvantage. The people watching the battle were shocked. No one could have imagined that Xiaojin was so powerful. After his defeat of Chang Kongji, he still had such power. It was truly amazing. "Friend, your strength is indeed formidable. Why don't we sit down and talk and drink? Why fight and kill over some trivial matters?" Above the roof, a peerless powerhouse stepped out and rushed into the battlefield. Blocking Xiaojin's punch, he laughed cheerfully. Although this person's face was full of kindness, his strikes were not merciful at all. She teamed up with another person to suppress Xiaojin's aura. The crowd was shocked as 2 of the 7 heroes of the Heavenly City struck out. This was clearly a sign that they seemed to not allow another invincible powerhouse to come to the Heavenly City to carve up their power. Drinking wine and making merry. You guys aren't worthy yet. Today he will die. Whoever blocks Master Monkey will kill them together. Little Gold smiled coldly at the words. He swallowed the mountains and rivers with his breath. The world was unrivaled. He fought hard against the 2 invincible powerhouses and did not lose. His battle intent was straight up to the 9 heavens. The 2 invincible powerhouses fighting him were immediately filled with gravity. They erupted their peak battle power and tried their best to withstand Xiaojin's might. Their foreheads dripping with sweat, they actually felt an enormous pressure. So strong. The 2 of them thought simultaneously in their hearts, and at that moment, they no longer dared to be the slightest bit slack. Their expressions were incomparably grave. This battle was very intense, and the aftershocks of their battle destroyed dozens of housing blocks, and the entire Heaven's City was in turmoil. However, the ancient formations within the City of Heaven were later activated, forming a powerful defense that withstood their attacks. It's terrifying to think that even the Heaven's City's defensive formations were automatically activated. Many cultivators watching the battle were shocked. The battle between the 3 invincible powerhouses was so intense that it straight away caused the heavens and earth to rupture and space to collapse. Puffing, Xiaojin's fist shook the heavens and pierced through the heavens, disintegrating the attacks of the 2 invincible powerhouses on the opposite side of the battle, and striking out strongly. displaying the fierce might of the fighting fist that swept through the heavens. The crowd was moved. This kind of boxing is really too terrifying. It is simply difficult to have an opponent in the same level. No wonder he can fight 1 against 2 without losing the wind. Seeing that the 3 of them were battling for a long time without a winner, another figure stepped out from above the roof, ready to join the battle. Although I admire your strength, the City of Heaven will not allow another invincible powerhouse to appear. Unless you choose to leave the City of Heaven right now, death is your only path. This peerless powerhouse stepped with heavy steps and said coldly with his mouth, his face indifferent and the light in his eyes blazing. Many people were shocked by what they heard. The 7 heroes of the City of Heaven had indeed joined forces. They did not want another peerless powerhouse to appear in the City of Heaven. It would share a part of their power. Moreover, Xiaojin was simply too strong, which made the 7 heroes of the Heavenly City unwilling to see Xiaojin continue to stay in the Heavenly City. This was a great threat to them. Perhaps in the future, they would all have to submit to Xiaojin. If you want Master Monkey to leave, take your lives in exchange. Although Xiaojin was fighting fiercely, he still roared out and exploded with a blazing light. He was so strong that not only did he fight 1 against 2, he still had the spare energy to focus on the outside of the field. Such strength caused several other Heavenly City 7 heroes to change their faces. A few of them flashed with jealousy in their eyes. Their faces became more and more gloomy. What's the point of talking nonsense with him? I don't believe that he can fight 1 against 7. A person once again stepped out from above the roof. He came strongly and said morosely, killing intent infinite in his eyes. Everyone was silent. In the field, Xiaojin was 1 against 2. Outside the field, there were 2 other invincible powerhouses gazing coldly. 4 against 1. This unfair situation. Could he continue to be invincible? Hehehe, you guys still can't escape death today. The Fox Emperor laughed gloatingly at Kang Tian and Brahma Xin. She had appeared beside Chang Kongji at this moment, tending to the grievously injured Chang Kongji. Kang Tian and Fan Xin did not pay any attention to her. HMPH, what arrogance. As long as this monkey dies, what else can you guys do? The Fox Emperor was coldly sarcastic when he saw this. On the side, Chang Kongji was frowning. He looked at the duo of Kang Tian and Brahma Xin. His eyes gradually revealed a gloomy color. He felt that these 2 in front of him didn't have the slightest fear since the beginning, and seemed to have a good plan. This kind of confidence. Could it be that they really think that monkey can go against the heavens? Or, Chang Kongji fell into deep thought. He didn't finish thinking before he saw a figure slowly walk out. It was Brahma Heart, looking at the 2 invincible powerhouses from the roof above, forcing their way towards Xiaojin. Brahma Xin finally couldn't help but step out. He took 1 step out and actually stepped up into the air to stop the 2 invincible powerhouses, who wanted to siege Xiaojin. Everyone cried out in shock when they saw this scene, being able to step into the air. This was the sign of a peerless level. This monk was actually a peerless powerhouse as well. Bullying the few with the many, the 7 heroes of Heavenly City are nothing more than that. I, Brahma Heart, will come to battle you. Brahma Heart said coldly, his eyes shining brightly. His entire body erupted with dazzling Buddhist light, like the sun in the dark night. Blazing light that drove away all defilements, causing everyone to look up uncontrollably. 2 invincibles. There are actually 2 invincibles amongst the 3 of them. What kind of combination is this? How come there's no news at all from the City of Earth battlefield? Everyone was shocked. Brahma's heart struck out strongly, his chi rushing into the sky. Unrivaled in the world, he was like a great Buddha standing high in the sky, coldly gazing at the 2 invincible powerhouses across the street, his skyrocketing battle intent completely erupting. The 7 mouths of the Heavenly City also froze for a moment, then shock was revealed in all of their eyes. They were also shocked by such a combination. The injured Chang Kongji was filled with bitterness. It was only at this time that he realized just how powerful an enemy he had messed with this time. If he didn't have the help of the other 6 invincible powerhouses, he was bound to die this time. You bitch, is this your enemy? Don't drag me along if you want to find death yourself. Chang Kongji then blasted away the Fox Emperor beside him with a palm and said coldly with a gloomy face. He hated this woman in his heart. How could he have never imagined that this woman had caused him to provoke 2 invincible powerhouses, and each of them was incomparably powerful. Fox Emperor had blood flowing from the corner of her mouth that was injured by a slap from Chang Kongji. She didn't resist because she was also full of dementia at the moment. She hadn't thought that the monk who wasn't as strong as her in the beginning had been promoted to invincible. She looked towards Kang Chon, who was not far away. Even Xiao Jin and Fan Xin had been promoted to invincibility. It was impossible that this hegemonic emperor who had swept through the battlefield of the city of Man in the beginning had not been promoted. 3 invincible powerhouses. A look of despair immediately appeared in the Fox Emperor's eyes. Chang Kongji did not pay any more attention to her and continued to focus on the battle in the sky, his face incomparably grave. Fan Xin was extremely powerful, the same as Little Gold. Even if he fought 1 against 2, he did not lose, and after he displayed his battle state, he completely blocked the attacks of the 2 peerless powerhouses, watching the crowd gasp in astonishment. It's really shocking. I didn't realize that 2 invincible powerhouses had come to Heavenly City all of a sudden. But do you think that with the 2 of you and up to our Heavenly City's 7 heroes? One of the opposing men said morosely. My friend, why don't we sit down and have a drink? Fighting and killing is really not my style. The peerless powerhouse who said this was very funny, and despite saying on his lips that he didn't like fighting and killing, he was the one who had the most powerful outbursts. The 3 of them fought very fiercely, which also provoked the defenses of the Heavenly City's ancient formations, and they ended up having to kill high up in the sky, fighting so hard that the sky shook. You guys are wrong. Master Buddha, I only have to deal with the 2 of you. Brahma Heart let out a long roar and exploded his strongest battle power, suppressing the 2 invincible powerhouses on the opposite side. After hanging out with Little Gold for a long time, he had also imbibed Little Gold's rough habits, directly blurting out Master Buddha, appearing very strong. However, the crowd was very shocked. This monk was indeed powerful. Facing the 2 invincibles directly, did not lose the wind, and even began to gain the upper hand, strong and unrivaled. Are all the new invincible powerhouses so tough? The crowd thought in their hearts. The battle power that Fan Xin and Little Gold erupted was just as strong. The 2 of them against the 4 invincible powerhouses engaged in an incomparably fierce battle in the sky, with the sound of explosions everywhere. At this moment, the only 2 remaining peerless powerhouses above the roof also walked out. They glanced at each other and both saw the gravity in each other's eyes. Although it's a bit shameless to bully the few with the many, these 2 are indeed worthy of joining forces with us. Why bother being petty? Kill these 2. The majesty of our Heavenly City's 7 heroes will still exist, and who in Heaven's City would dare to violate our authority? The 2 invincible powerhouses conversed in this manner as they came out strongly and rushed towards the sky. However, a brilliant blade aura rose up into the sky, like a divine punishment, slashing straight down, stopping them on the ground, unable to interfere with the battle above. Beside the ruins of the restaurant, Kang Chon slowly walked, his hand holding a long blood-colored blade that blossomed with brilliant light. This was the blood blade given to him by his elder senior brother, and it was mighty to the heavens. The black long sword that once accompanied him in battle for many years had long since been destroyed during the battle with the heavenly dragon. Now this blood sword was his best companion from now on. Heavens, I'm not blinking. Is he also a peerless powerhouse? A full 3 peerless are. What the hell happened to the Earth City battlefield? Surprisingly, Three peerless powerhouses came all at once. Everyone was shocked, including Chang Kongji, who had a look of horror on his face as he stared wide-eyed in disbelief. Not far away, the Fox Emperor laughed crazily. I knew it was impossible for him not to have been promoted to invincibility. Hegemonic Emperor Kangchon. He swept through the city of man, the city of earth, and now he wants to sweep through the city of heaven. She looked as if she was crazy and laughed chaotically. Many people in the surroundings were extremely shocked when they heard the Fox Emperor's words. So it turned out that this purple-robed youth was the strongest one among the three.